Hey guys, welcome to a Captain Tsubasa video, and just wanted to apologize that I am talking a little low right now because it's late where I am. It's about to be 1 a.m. I wanted to make this video the whole day, but now I just got the opportunity to make it. So I want to talk a little bit about um, what I think is next for Karl-Heinz Schneider moving forward, and what I think is next for the overall dynamic of the game and direction that it's heading in. Just my own assumptions based on facts within the game, based on the manga, the anime, and all that sort of stuff. So over here, um, after you beat Germany with Japan, obviously, um, the ending, which is known as the true ending, Karl started to tell Tsubasa that he does not want to do the jersey trade, and his reason being this is not the last time he expects to see Tsubasa. Tsubasa replies, well, Carl Sagan says the fight between us is getting started. Tsubasa said next time is the World Cup. The World Cup keeps being brought up a lot in this game, so I think that is the clear direction. I think that is the end goal for this game. Hopefully, it goes beyond that, but I do believe that the game does have a vision. And then he said, right, we won't lose. And then he says something interesting here. He tells Wakabayashi, I'll be seeing you in, and I apologize, I'm going to pronounce some of these names wrong. He says Bundesliga, Bundesliga, or something like that, Bundesliga. So that's pretty much the league where Bayern, I know I'm pronouncing these names wrong, so I apologize. Bayern and Hamburger, however you pronounce that, that's where this league right here, this would takes place. And Bayern is actually where Karl-Heinz Schneider plays in. He also played in Hamburger, but I don't see it up here. I'm just gonna call it Hamburger for the hell of it. I know that's not how you pronounce it. And it's here too, but I don't see it right now. It might be number 10. It probably got covered. But Carl Einstein does go to this team up here, and Wakabayashi does go to an opposite team. He does meet Carl Einstein. He does versus him. So right there, just right there, guys, with that name, Bundesliga, I think this pretty much confirms that we are going to get two club teams for right now. You know, there's a good possibility that we might just get club teams. And we will probably see Wakabayashi leading one squad and Karl Center leading the other squad. And we'll see them clash in the paid DLC. I think this paid DLC is going to be massive. And then, again, this is a picture for the league. A little bit more information about who played in the league. Ironically, the three characters that were released, well, two, Levine and Xiao are also in that team, that league. And then Genzo replies to saying, right, but I'll still be beating you. And then this is just now back to Tsubasa. The first DLC is going to focus on Karl-Heinz Schneider, Matsuyama, and Misaki. And Karl-Heinz Schneider is going to be one of the focus point characters for this paid DLC. Matsuyama and Misaki are going to be the other focus point. And Tsubasa won't be a focus point in the story because Tsubasa will be a paid DLC down the line, but his story will take place in Brazil. And I think that's when we get the name change for Carlos Santana, and that's when we'll get to play with Tsubasa in Brazil. Now over here we see that Roberto meets Tsubasa, and they're gonna go out there together. Over here they're talking about how much fun they had playing together. Now they have to go their separate ways. This is kind of the irony in all this. And now we flash back to Karl Schneider, and he's very disappointed that he let his father down. And then his father calls him, and his father told him to just take the defeat as a learning lesson. Sometimes it's better to lose than to win because you get to learn and you get to evolve. So then he's like, actually, I'll be coming to help you coach the same team you're on. So this is where it gets interesting, guys. This is where it ties up to what I was saying before. He will join. I'm just going to call it Bay because I don't know how to pronounce the name. I don't know if it's Baynier. I'm just going to call it Bay. So he will join the club Bay. And right there, his father says, well, Karl Heinz says, really? You're coming to Bay Bayer, Bay, and then he said, "So let's live together." So I think the family, Carl's family, lives there, and this is a great story arc for Carl right now. So they can definitely introduce Boehner, and they can introduce Hamburger, whatever you pronounce that name. So they can introduce all the clubs, and it's gonna be great. And then, ironically, Heinz says he's staying in America. It'll be interesting to see if he joins Team USA or something happens to him. Then Herman says, let's do the whole national team thing sometime together. That's kind of indication that they all will meet again eventually. And then it says, but for these boys, this is just the beginning. There remains to be the dream of a World Cup victory for Japan. So again, World Cup is a theme that keeps getting brought up in this game. And then over here, interestingly enough, it says time passed, March of the following year. So right now, Hyuga, everybody else except for Sano, New Hero, Takashi, Nida, and there's probably a few others. They are still in middle school. Misaki, Matsuyama, Hyuga are in high school. So right here you see they're still practicing. He's practicing with New Hero. And then Takashi asking him how his high school practice. So it's going to be cool to see what direction they're going to go with this. Are they going to let us play with the high school teams? Are they going to just make it like a motion, kind of like a story wrap up and skip that and just go straight to Tsubasa in Brazil? If we play with Karl-Heinz Schneider, will we somehow play with New Hero? If we do, I know some of you guys are asking, is New Hero going to be playable? Are we going to get to play with New Hero? I think the answer is yes and no. I don't think we're going to play with New Hero with Karl-Heinz Schneider, but I think we will play with New Hero somewhere with Misaki Matsuyama. Now, I don't know how that's going to work because these guys are in high school and New Hero is still in middle school. So unless they do another time jump, it's not going to work. So they might do another time jump and maybe we'll play in high school with New Hero, Takashi, Nida, Sano, Hyuga, and all of the other guys, Misaki, Matsuyama. So then he says, well, Saramachi is running circles. So he's just talking about how they're doing. It looks like, okay, blah, 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 blah. And then Katsugiri asks Hyuga if he's going to be the heart of the team. I know that Nida and Sano, along with other rivals, are not yet revealed. We'll be working hard to overthrow your reign. So he's just talking about how um, hopefully when these guys come up to high school, they'll overthrow your reign. Or I think he's talking about while they're in middle school. I forgot exactly what he was hinting to. So let's meet at the youth championship, shall we? So this kind of stuck out to me because I was thinking, will there be another youth championship, but this time not with Tsubasa, just with New Hero, Sano, Nida, Takashi, and a whole cast of other people against other contenders? It's a possibility. I'm not sure. And let's see what this is about. Even though Germany lost, Schneider's family is together again. Both Schneider and his father will join Boehner as a player and coach respectfully. Okay, so there you go. And then it tells you exactly what happened. So right here, guys. So the top portion of this paragraph was the ending of Karl-Heinz Schneider and his father. That was the last thing we saw about them. And I think the DLC will focus on the bottom paragraph. Promotion to the top team. Schneider soon makes it to Boehner's top team in Bundesliga. During the match for the first position between Hamburger Burger and Boehner, Hamburger is leading 2-0. Schneider enters during the second half, manages to score one goal, making it 2-1. However, after Wakabayashi enters, replacing the injured Bundinsky, Hamburger manages to protect her lead. So if the story does match this, then we're going to see this matchup right here. We're going to get two club teams and we're going to see this matchup. This is what I'm expecting in Karl-Heinz Schneider's paid DLC. This is what I'm expecting right here. Schneider would later move out of FC Boehner as a step before going into pro leagues. Genzo, on his path, also was promoted to Hamburger SV as a substitute keeper, sometimes after U16. So that U16 was the story that we just played. So right here pretty much sums up what happens. And I think that was everything I had. Yep. So yeah, guys. So what I'm trying to say is, I think the story is going to be about Karl-Heinz Schneider joining FC Bayern and Genzo joining Burger, whatever. Um, and I think, I think we're gonna get clubs. I think we're gonna be very surprised about this update. I think we're gonna see some stuff that we're not used to seeing. And regarding Matsuyama Misaki, that story is up in the air. The only thing that concerns me about the DLC, and I'm gonna go over that right now. So the thing that concerns me about this DLC is that if you look closely over here, it says the word if. Now, if you translate it, says Masayama Misagi if story. If usually means what if in Japan. Whenever they put the characters if, that means if. But what I'm trying to say is, if you look closely, you see that the only people within this if category is Matsuyama and Misagi. So I think Matsuyama and Misagi will have what if stories, and I think Karl-Heinz Schneider's story is going to be an accurate story branch. That's what I'm getting the vibe now. I feel like that's what it is. And so maybe this if story will have a role for New Hero because it's what if. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not too sure. So that's my concern for this DLC. I don't think this DLC, um, Misaki Matsuyama's DLC is different from Karl-Heinz Schneider's DLC. Matsuyama and Misaki are not Rising Star DLCs. They're not. Karl-Heinz Schneider's episode Rising Star is that DLC. Misaki and Matsuyama, I believe, are what if story. That's what I think. Because anytime a Japanese game has IF on it, usually it means what if. I'm just throwing that out there because I've seen a lot of games that have IF and it's what if. But moving away from there, now we got Karl-Heinz Schneider. And he is episode of Rising Star and is going to focus on his growth. And I think this is going to be crucial because we're going to get more paid DLCs. And we're going to get one for Tsubasa in Brazil. You can mark my words on that. I've been saying this since the start of the game. We're going to get one for Tsubasa in Brazil. So that's my only thing. But I do believe he's going to be in Banner. I do believe he's going to go up against Wakabayashi. I do believe he's going to get better, learn new skills, possibly new moves, and is going to help progress the story. And we're going to get more paid DLCs, one with Tsubasa in Brazil, and we're going to get a secret character. I'm not sure who the secret character is. I can't think of one right now, but when I do, I'll come back to you guys if they don't announce it before I get to you guys. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to go over. Just what I believe the story will be regarding Karl-Heinz Schneider. And I believe that Matsuyama and Misagi's stories are going to be what if stories. And that will include a route for New Hero. That's just my take on it. I could be wrong. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, you can comment below. I'll see if I can answer you guys. Thank you for watching. Take care.